Praise the Lord, everyone. Brother Roop here. We are getting back to the book of Acts. So our target verse now is Acts chapter 18, verse 15. And just to catch y'all up on what's going on, Paul was teaching the gospel and building a church in Corinth, which is a very, very diversified city back in the day. And but the Jews, of course, didn't like him. And it wasn't there really a local Jews in Corinth that had a problem with him, because it was a very diversified city. It was Jews from other regions where Paul had been, and they found out he was in Corinth. So talk about keeping a grudge, right? so they came to Corinth and found Paul and accused him of teaching against the religion. So he's in Corinth. I'll read verse 15. It says, "But if it be a question of words and names and of your law, look to it, for I will be no judge of such matters." So the Jews brought him before the leader of the Roman Empire in Greece, Achaia. It's about half of Greece. Greece was separated in two, Macedonia and Achaia, where Athens and Corinth was located. And they made the accusation that this fellow persuadeth men to worship God contrary to the law. Now, when they say the law, they weren't talking about Roman law. They were talking about the law, the Torah, the first 5 books of the Bible. That's called the law. So they brought Paul to Gallia, which was the Roman proconsulate, and he was an easygoing guy. He was the brother-in-law of Seneca, our brother of Seneca, a very famous Roman philosopher and writer and author. In fact, his writings are still read and studied today. So he probably got this cushy government job because he's the brother of Seneca, right? You see that how that happened. Because Galileo was historically famous for being a very laid-back guy who was always on vacation, one of those guys. So Galileo just doesn't care about the situation, about Paul. He doesn't know who Paul is, doesn't care about Paul. He just wants to get back to his wine, his women, and his lunch. So Galileo tells the Jews, he says, "Look, it's a matter of words or names of your law. You take care of it. Take care of it yourself." In other words, he's saying to them, "Look, I'm not a Jew, and none of these issues you're talking about is against Roman law." Now, the Jews brought Paul on charges because they could, because Judaism was a recognized religion in Rome, in the Roman Empire, is a recognized religion. Now, why is that important? Well, because it was against Roman law to preach a new religion. And that accusation could have been made. It had been made in the past in Asia Minor against Paul. They could have made that accusation again, but they didn't. They just said he's preaching against the law, the Jewish law, the Jewish Torah, which was kind of a waste of time. I guess I'm thinking they thought Galileo was a weak man and they're going to bully him into doing something. Kind of like Pontius Pilate was bullied into crucifying Jesus. They thought if they put enough political pressure on Galileo, he'd fold and imprison Paul, behead him, or something. But Galileo's not taking the bait. He just doesn't care. And he would. The accusation of preaching a new religion was not made, so it wasn't discussed. Now, the Jews were upset because they were saying that Jesus Christ was the Messiah, and they crucified their Messiah. Now, they could have made that claim, and Paul was making the claim, and he could have made that claim that Jesus was the Messiah, as we believe. And the Jews today still don't believe he's the Messiah. So nothing's changed in 2,000 years there. But the Jews could have made that charge. They didn't hear at this time. And so because of that, Galileo said, hey, look, this is a Jewish thing. Why are you bringing it to me for? Take care of it yourself. So that's Acts chapter 18, verse 15. We will look at verse 16 next. Excuse me. God bless you.